it's Tracy.
And Francis from Veg Travelers.
Tonight we're here for weekend number 2 of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando.
And we're going to be doing an R.I.P tour, so we want you to come along with us. So come join.
Opens the door. Blood is gathered. Brains carry on the night wind. Souls are taken. Hands to bind. Stick deep and take hold. Here is the Pumpkin Lord. He throws Halloween.
Not what you expected, Universal, is it? All your designs and plans are for naught. For I have been summoned by my loyal followers. As Halloween grows, so does my power. My followers, are you ready to spread fear? Let us open the gates and begin our reign, for we are Halloween!
Okay, first stop, gonna get some food.
So we're going to first be starting with Fiesta De Chupacabra. This is going to take place in the mountains in a small village in Latin America. All right? Chupacabra the monster, he's decided to let everybody celebrate and have festivities in that small village. So there's a small group of tourists that is being drawn into the village because they see the fireworks. That is us. We see the fireworks, we hear the drum beats, and we're going into the village. But the locals are just a little twisted and a little selfish. They are going to sacrifice all of us to the Chupacabra so he doesn't take them himself. All right? That is our first house of the night. It's a really cool house. Prettiest house this year is Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake. It's my favorite house. Pretty wise. It's everyone's favorite, definitely the fan favorite this year. Scary wise, it's not the scariest to me, but it is a very good house. So in HHN 26, we had Dead Man's Wharf. It was a scare zone. It was a very popular scare zone. Last year in Lights, Camera, Action, Eddie's Revenge, he did have a little stage section right outside of the horror makeup show, and most of the people were like, what is this? Because he wasn't out there a lot, but that was from Dead Man's Wharf, kind of foreshadowing this lovely house that we have this year, which is Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake. So we're going to see a lot of those same iconic characters from the scare zone from HHN 26, but it's going to tell a little bit more of the story, the backstory on what has happened to them. So you're going to have the violinist, her name was Sophia. She went out to sea and she played the violin to bring back her long lost love who was lost at sea. So she tried to bring him back, but when she played that violin song, she ended up bringing back a lot of fishermen. And they were all mad that they have been forgotten over the years. So they are trying to come back for their revenge and take us down with them. Okay? So throughout this house, you are going to see her. It's going to tell a little bit more of her story, but you're also going to see all of the other fishermen that have been brought along with her. Inside of this house, there is a reference to Jaws. As soon as you go in, you're going to walk into the little, where there's the first bar after you walk through the courtyard. You're going to walk into the first room. There's a bulletin board on the wall to your right. If you're looking on the bulletin board, that's where you're going to find your Jaws reference, okay? This house is very beautiful. Look up, look down, look at the walls because sometimes they're not walls. It's actually a big ship, okay? What is coming out this October? Halloween Ends. So in honor of Halloween Ends, they wanted to bring back the original Halloween house, and it is so good. So this is going to be taking us to the John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween. This is going to set place in 1978. So 15 years ago, on Halloween night, Michael murdered his sister. Dun, dun, dun. So this year, 15 years later, he has returned to kill once more. I will also tell you that this house has 41 replicas of the famous kitchen knife, which makes it the most replicated prop or duplicated prop in HHN history. Wow. That includes the ones in the house and backups. And then the pumpkins at the end are the iconic pumpkins from the finale, like mid-credit sequences and things like that. Oh. So those are cool facts as well. Other than that, it's really scary. There is a power core that holds them all in their cells. That power core has failed. We are going in hopes that we can help repair that power core, all right? That power core, if we don't fix it, they're all going to break loose and enter the world outside of Hellgate's prison.
Uh-oh.
And we die. And we die.
And we die.
And it is a good house. I also ran out of this house on team member preview. These two right here, yeah. I ran out of both of these houses.
Yay!
Our next house is Hellblock Horror. Our next house that we're going to go in is Spirit of the Coven. This is the first time at Halloween Horror Nights that we have ever placed witches in their 20s, in a flapper era. You're going to start by walking into a speakeasy, and that is the witch's cover. They're going to look like flapper-style witches, but they're doing something behind the speakeasy. We're going to get, as we go through the house, we're going to go further and further into the witch's lair, and they are brewing up a witch's poison, or a witch's potion. They're using things that you would normally brew beer and liquor with, and the main ingredient in their potion is human blood. As we get further and further into the house, the witches are going to start to reveal their true forms. They're not going to look as pretty as the witches at the front. When they get to the end, they're a little busted, all right?
A little busted.
Now, what they're doing with that potion is they're brewing it so they can illegally distribute it to all the other covens in the area. Spirit of the Coven.